Welcome everyone, and thank you very much for joining me in this very special video. It's a really awesome video and I'm super excited to talk about ticker symbol LUNR, which is Intuitive Machines trading on the stock market. This is going to be my fourth video talking about this stock. The first time I talked about this stock and made a YouTube video is when it was at $2.53, as you can see right now. The point of this video is to keep you updated with what's going on and questions I have about the stock, the current price it is right now in pre-market. You'll be shocked. It is amazing. And whether you should hold or not before the launch, right? And pretty much the launch window starts tomorrow. Doesn't mean it's going to launch tomorrow, right? But the window starts from tomorrow. All right, so we're going to get into all that. You're going to like what you're going to see. And I'm also going to play for you a video that explains why in the world would NASA cooperate with private companies for the moon, missions for the moon and all that. What's the whole point of all this? You're going to see a video that's going to explain, a 2-minute video, right? And it's going to be very awesome. All right, first guys, Intuitive Machines. The first video I did when it was at $2.53 on YouTube. And then I made another video, this is the second video I made on YouTube, when it was at $3.05. Then I made another video when it was at $4.35, and today's video is where the stock is now at $6.35, right? So from 250 to right now, as I speak, pre-market hours, 6.35. We're doing amazing. Awesome. If anybody has been in ticker symbol LUNR, if you've been in Intuitive Machines from 250 when you first saw my video, which by the way, you should never trade according to my videos, but if you were in it, now at 6.35, you're obviously up massively. And the question I get right now is, Mike, from some viewers and some people in the Discord, Mike, I'm up, big time. Should I get out? It's a personal decision for everybody, and it also has to do with your risk tolerance. It also has to do with the money you had invested. Was that money you needed? What was the point of your getting into LUNR? Did you get in because you wanted to make some money quickly to cover something in your life, or and so on? So it's something that's truly personal, and I'm not saying that to get myself out of this and not answer the question for you, but it really is just something personal for everybody.
The red bar is what you spend on non-essentials, like magazines, entertainment, right, things like that. This scary black bar is what you spend on things that no one ever needs, like multiple magic sets, professional bass fishing equipment.
How did you do this so fast? Is this PowerPoint? PowerPoint.
Well, the window starts tomorrow, like I said. It's going to obviously launch with SpaceX, which is this one right here. And pretty much, I posted this message, guys, on the Discord today, and I said, look at this rocket. Our money's dependent on that. If you're still in. Now that I mentioned the Discord, let me explain some things. So I have a Discord which is called Bull Market Watch. It's awesome. It's an amazing trading community. The whole point of being in Bull Market Watch is to be part of a community where everybody helps each other out, and so that we can become better investors, build wealth in the long run, right? Bull Market Watch is not your pump day trade bullshit. I'll say that right now. If you're looking for that, there's other Discords. My Discord is amazing. We're doing great. We're making money. We're becoming great investors. We're helping each other out, and that's the whole point. If you want to join us, the link will be in the comment section below. One of the things that you should know about the mission with LUNR. One key thing is that today at 11 a.m. guys, all right, so 11 a.m. today Eastern time, we will have science media teleconference with participants from NASA, with participants from LUNR, from Intuitive Machines, and that's going to help also media coverage, and it's going to help the stock. All right, so it's been, it's starting to get a boost right now. LUNR as a ticker symbol is starting to show up on stock tweets as a top 5, I believe, ticker. Not that it matters, but it shows that, I'm saying that because a lot of people are, unfortunately or fortunately, whatever, it's up to you, looking at stock tweets, and you know what, any coverage that it gets, even if it's stock tweets, it's a good thing, right? So the stock is getting coverage right now, and it's moving, and that's a good thing. Some key things that we can look at for LUNR is you can look at the mission name. It's called the M1. You can look at the launch provider, who is going to be SpaceX, and there's a bunch of other key information that you can see here. You can pause the video if you want to.
My My name's Olivia Tyrrell. I'm a member of the photogrammetry team for the stereo cameras for lunar plume surface studies, or SCALPS for short. SCALPS is an array of small cameras that will be placed around the base of a lunar lander and collect imagery during the descent and landing of the vehicle. Using a technique called stereo photogrammetry, we can use those images to reconstruct a 3D shape of the ground. As the lander comes down, its hot engine plumes will interact with the surface. Our cameras will begin acquiring images from before this interaction begins until after the vehicle has landed on the surface. The SCALPS cameras will specifically be looking at the overall crater formation and erosion of the ground due to the rocket plumes. The final stereo images, which will be stored on a small onboard data storage unit, will be transferred to the lander and then downlinked to Earth, where we can use them to reconstruct the overall erosion volume and shape of the ground. So this information is important because as we send larger, heavier payloads to the moon and eventually onto Mars, we need to be able to accurately predict the effects of these landings. With the Artemis program, we plan to establish a sustained lunar exploration and try to land multiple payloads in close proximity to one another. SCALPS data will be a critical part of understanding these phenomena and improving our computational models to inform these future landings. Commercial lunar payload services, NASA and American companies working together.
The whole point of this program is to basically eventually be able to go to the moon, use the moon for commercial reasons, for extraction of resources, to establish a base for humans to stay on, then after go to Mars and all that stuff. Tomorrow's window, which begins for Intuitive Machines, and when it does launch within a few days, and it's scheduled after it's launched to land on the moon on February 21st, I believe, or February 22nd. Should the mission go well and it does land on the moon, one, the stock is going to explode, I think even higher than it has gone so far. Two, milestone payments and all that stuff for Lunar. Three, it will make Lunar not just a ticker to use for short term to make money, but it would make Intuitive Machines in the eyes of investors as a credible, legit company to invest in for the long run. So there's a lot of positive things for investors, and it's very exciting. At the same time, it's easy to overlook the risks when we are trying to look at the rewards, but there's also risks, and one of the risks is that it might not even, land on the moon successfully, it might crash or whatever. But we hope that that does not happen. So with that being said, guys, I've talked about Lunar many times. This might be the last video I make before it launches. I don't know. But let me know in the comment section below if you are going to hold ticker symbol LUNR. If you're holding it, are you going to continue to hold? Are you going to hold it into the launch? Are you going to hold it to the point of seeing, if it lands on the moon or not, right? Or are you going to sell before the launch? Let me know. I'm super excited about this. It's very awesome. There's a lot of positive things that can come out of this whole thing, for investors, but also for space exploration. I wish you guys all the best and take care.